Breaking news. A sudden command from Washington has triggered an unprecedented global artificial intelligence network shutdown.
Let me walk you through something every technology leader should watch. The United States has just switched off two of the most capable AI models in the world, Anthropic's Fable 5 and Mythos 5. Premium frontier, Claude models companies everywhere were building on. One order and they were gone. It began with one government order. A single United States export control directive moved across the global AI network, and frontier model access powered down worldwide. One order, a global shutdown. Here is the shape of it. What happened? The directive suspended Fable 5 and Mythos 5 globally without warning. Who is hit? Every company using them, and foreign nationals inside and outside America. What next? Nations racing toward their own AI. The confirmed fact: access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5 was disabled at 5:21 Eastern Time for foreign nationals inside and outside America. Anthropic says it is complying with the order. Think who that catches. Arjun, an engineer in Bangalore, lost access overnight. Priya, a consultant in Singapore, was cut off instantly. Daniel, a foreign national on a US visa in an American office, was restricted by nationality, not location. Why did everyone lose access? Anthropic could not separate users by nationality, location, or employer. So, the only safe move was to switch both models off for every customer. The stated reason is a security concern. A possible jailbreak in the model. The government's full details are not public, so we work with what is disclosed. Anthropic disputes it. The company says the vulnerabilities are minor, that similar capabilities exist in public models, and that the findings are contested. Step back. Models like Fable 5 and Mythos 5, the premium end of frontier AI, were commercial tools yesterday. Today, they are treated like defense technology. Anthropic's best work is now a strategic asset a government can switch off, which raises a fair question: security or protectionism? Export controls restrict foreign access, American firms keep the edge, and allies and rivals reassess how much they depend on US AI. For business, the key point: there is no automatic exemption. A US office and existing contracts protect nothing. Foreign national staff at Indian IT firms inside America lost access like everyone else, and that is a compliance nightmare. Verify nationality, location, and employer for every user. Segregated teams, reclassified data, constant monitoring, one directive, and unlimited burden. For Agentic AI, the impact is operational. Agents in coding, research, and security lose access without warning. Pipelines on a single provider halt, and chain workflows break. So, the lesson is hard. One model is no longer enough. Multi-model architecture, fallback routing, vendor-agnostic APIs. Single vendor lock-in is now an existential risk. It also leaves Anthropic with a trust problem. Clients who built on its models now carry unpredictable access risk, and confidence erodes fast when a model can vanish overnight. And every rival is watching. OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Microsoft, studying the directive, running compliance reviews, preparing for the day a similar order reaches them. For India, dependence is now a risk. A vast tech sector leans on US frontier models, and one directive can cut it off overnight. A clear strategic vulnerability. For China, it accelerates self-reliance. Domestic labs, sovereign chips, state-backed models. Every US restriction hardens Beijing's resolve to build its own. Singapore is my home base, so this is close to me. A close US ally, still not exempt. Banks and firms here face the same cutoff as any foreign operator. Trust has limits under export law. Europe learned its lesson. It leads in AI regulation, but regulation is not sovereignty. When access was pulled, European firms were as exposed as anyone. Rules without your own compute is incomplete independence. Add it up. Politically, demands for sovereign access. Economically, rising compliance costs. Socially, unequal access by nationality. Technologically, ecosystems fragmenting and self-reliance rising, which points to blocks. US-aligned, China-led, and independent ecosystems pulling apart. Access controls, chip restrictions, and sovereign investment are hardening the lines. So, the race is changing. The single US-led model of AI dominance is giving way to competing regional ecosystems, each building its own foundations. What can Anthropic do? 4 paths: challenge it in court, file an administrative appeal, redesign access around nationality, or negotiate a narrower order. None of them is quick. Could it reach the Supreme Court? It would start in a district court with an injunction, move through appeals and the federal circuit, and reach the Supreme Court only later, if at all. So, is this the start of an AI Cold War? It has the shape of one. The real question is no longer who builds the best model, it is who is allowed to use it. Tell me how you see it.